Okay. Narmin, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Narmin, how many siblings do you have?
I have two brothers.
Two brothers. No sisters?
No.
Are you the youngest?
Yes.
Oh, so you're the princess in the house.
Not really.
Not really. Why? You are the only girl. They should do everything you want.
So
How old are they? Are your brothers? Are they studying at school or university?
university was 22 and another is 20, I think.
I see. Good. Mr. Arad, how about you? Do you also have brothers, sisters?
No.
No.
Yes.
So you're the only kids?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're the boss in the house then. More than princess, actually. Interesting, but usually Iranian people, they have a lot of children, right?
In reality, not. It was like about 50 years ago now.
Hello.
Everybody are one or two.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Interesting. One or two, it is like China. China actually is like this, right? So one or two children. Javid, how about you? How many brothers, sisters do you have?
Only one brother.
Only one brother. Hussein, you?
Two sisters.
How many?
Two.
Two sisters.
Yes.
No brothers.
Yes, I have no brother.
Hussein, I have very quick question for you. Can I ask you?
Yes.
In a family, if every kid has at least two brothers and two sisters, what is the minimum number of members in the family, or minimum number of the kids in the family? Children, let's say.
Three. Three.
Are you sure?
Can you repeat the question, please?
In a family, okay, every kid, every child has at least two brothers and two sisters. What is the minimum number of children in the family?
Mm. One.
Narmin, what do you think? What is your answer?
I don't know.
You don't know? Think. Javid, how about you?
I think 5.
5. How many boys, how many girls?
I think it is 6.
Yeah, it is 6, right? If it is 5, it cannot actually. 5.
Because
how many
one
boys?
one of the sisters will have only one sister.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there must be at least 3 boys, 3 girls, right? So every boy, at least he has 2 brothers, right? And every girl, at least 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And also every girl, they have at least 2 brothers. It says, it says every child, right? So minimum number of people in the family must be 6. If everybody has at least 2 brothers and 2 sisters. Okay. Guys, let's continue then. Today we are going to practice. We didn't finish S3, but we will finish, and Aras said that most of the questions we saw already. That's why if I start now, I have to switch to new paper again. Maybe let's try to do these questions, and after that, maybe next time we will finish both papers. As you know, in Sasmo now we have some idea, and if you're really practicing after we solve these questions, if you're resolving these questions, that's a great, great efforts from you. Okay, if you're not doing anything, still you can learn something, but you will go so slowly. All right, because math, the only way to learn math is you need to practice solving problems. Okay, it actually not only math, in real life, actually everything is like this, right? You want to learn how to play basketball, you need to practice playing basketball. All right, just reading books, you cannot improve your playing, improve your game, right? And you want to actually improve your skills, you need to play against someone who is better than you, right? Otherwise, every time if you play somebody who is weaker than you, it's not a challenge, it doesn't teach you much, right? And also, actually, every branch of life, actually, the same rule applies, I think. And also in math, you want to improve your math, you need to practice some question that is challenging, not something that you can do, something that you cannot do, or something that really pushes you to think differently, right? So we call this critical thinking skill or thought-provoking questions. And simply non-routine questions, challenging questions, whatever you name it. So now, guys, I am going to give you some time. Okay, let's see how much you can do that. If your answer is correct, I don't have the answers, unfortunately. Okay, the only way is we're going to solve together, and after that, you compare your answer. Okay, and if I just keep solving problems, okay, question one we solve like this, question solve two we solve like this. You cannot learn much. At least until you get tired, you need to give some try. Okay, try at least 1 or 2 minutes brainstorming. Does any idea come to you? Even if you do not solve this completely, at least tell me, share your idea with us, okay, how we can solve this problem. And because also having an idea, that's a great thing, because you have no idea, many problems, you just get stuck, you cannot actually solve it. Good. So now let's continue, and I have one more question, but I will ask a bit later. It's about logic question. Okay. So Sasmo 2015, secondary two means for grade 8 students, right? And also, if you have noticed this, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, even grade 9, a lot of the logic questions are very similar, right? The idea, everything is similar. Maybe the content is a little bit different. Okay. Narmin, read the first question. Let's discuss 1, 2, 3 questions together, starting from 4. You will try, okay?
Okay. The diagram shows a big rectangle that's made up of 4 small identical rectangles. If the smaller dimension of one of the small rectangle is 9 centimeters, the area of the big rectangle.
Okay. Very easy question, right? It says that if the smaller dimension of one of the small rectangles is one of the small rectangles, and also it says that smaller dimension. And we know that when we talk about rectangle, it has 2 dimensions, right? Because it is 2-dimensional figure. And it has width, it has length, right? The smaller dimension is width. The bigger dimension is length, because length is greater than width. That's why here they are just saying that smaller or bigger dimension. So it says that here, that's a tricky question, because if you don't read the question well, your answer may be wrong. So if the smaller dimension of one of the small rectangles is 9, so that means that this, we are talking about this width, right? It is 9, and this is 9, and this is 9, right? That means that that is 27. So this should be 9, and this should be 18. What is the question? Find the area of the big rectangle, right? So, am I right? Okay. So this one is 9. Okay, good. So that is 9, right? Sorry, not 9, 18. Why? Because 9 plus 9 plus 9, it is the length of this rectangle, right? So that's why the width, it is 9, and this one, it should be what? It should be 9 plus 9 plus 9, it should be 27. So the area of the big rectangle is 27 plus 9, that is 36, times 9 plus 9 plus 9, that is 27, which is equal to 7 times 6, it is 42. Huh?
But how did you find 27?
No, here, all of these rectangles are identical, right?
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
That means that this length, it is equal to this one. 9 plus 9 plus 9. Okay?
Okay.
So 36 times 27, that is 972. The answer is 972. As I see here, the questions are not difficult but tricky. You know, if you just miss one point, either you get wrong answer or you cannot get anything. But actually, this one is primary 6 question, I think. Anyway, let's continue. It's an Olympiad question, not a regular question. Arad, read the question. Let's listen to your voice.
And find the next term of the following sequence: 3, 2, 5, 9, 44. 2015.
2015, are you sure?
Yes. Because the exam is in 2015, all of the questions will be related to 2015.
Yeah. They were expecting such students. That's why they put 2015 here, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes when I prepare the questions, you know, some numbers are 2015, and on purpose we put 2015 so that people may get confused, especially like you, who actually tries to read the solution so fast. Anyway, all right, let's see. Here, I think the pattern is not so difficult. Narmin, can you see the pattern?
Yeah.
What is it? It is 3 times 2 minus 1. It is 5, right? And 2 times 5 minus 1, it is 9. And 5 times 9 minus 1, it is 44. What is it? We just start the number sequence with 3 and 2.
Is
To
it
get the
P?
next term, we need to multiply the preceding two terms and subtract 1. That's the rule here, the rule of this number sequence. So the next term should be 9 times 44 minus 1, which is equal to 9 times 4, 36 minus 1, it is 35. 9 times 4, 36 with 3, 39. So it is 395.
395.
Yes. Okay, Narmin, do you agree with me?
Yes.
Javid, Eldar, is everything okay?
Yes.
Good. Now you need to try this question. Last time we did similar one, right? Do you remember? Very easy question. Eldar, what do you think? Javid, can you answer this question? Do you have idea now? Did you see the pattern? I mean, how we are, I mean, what actually does this operation do here? Nalmin, any answer?
Is that?
Teacher, I think I
I
found out.
think A.
Yes, Javid. What do you think? What is the answer?
I think it is A.
A, right?
Yes.
Yes, very easy, I think. 3 squared, 9, 2 squared, 4. And just write these numbers, results next to each other or side by side. 5 squared, 25, 3 squared, 9. 25 and 9. 1 squared, 1, 6 squared, 36. And right next to each other, 136. Actually, we should just read it as 136. 4 squared, 16, 9 squared, 81. And write them side by side, it is 1681. So if you just follow this rule, 5 squared 25, 7 squared 49. Very good. Okay, if the 5-digit number 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 n is divisible by 12, find n. Actually, After we finish this Sasmo, in our next stage, we will actually learn them in detail, okay, in a bit higher level. But usually, what is 12? What numbers are 12? We know that 12 is 3 times 4, right? And we know that the 3 and 4, they are relatively prime. This is how we call this in math. Relatively prime. What does it mean? The only common factor of these numbers is 1. So we call them relatively prime. Okay, so that means that for this number to be divisible by 12, it must be divisible by 3 and it must be divisible by 4, right? So that means that to be divisible by 3, is 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus n.
Is the answer 2?
It should be divisible by 3. Huh?
Is the answer 2?
Let's see, here we have 9, 15, 22, 22 plus n should be 3 times k. And 4, how about the number to be divisible by 4? The number which is formed by the last 2 digits, right? It should be divisible by 4. So that is 7n. That's the number which is formed by the last 2 digits. What number that is between 70 and 80 divisible by 4? The only number is, 72 and 76, right? We don't have any other number that is divisible by 4 between 70 and 76. So now if n equals 2, 22 plus 2, 24, it is okay. If it is 6, 22 plus 6, 28, 28 is not divisible by 3. So this 6 cannot be the answer. That means that n is equal to 2. Okay? Okay, guys, now you are going to try, and you have like 2.5 minutes. If you get the right answer, you will get 5 points. If none, it is 0. Let's see how many questions you can solve. Okay, let's continue. You have 2.5 minutes. Time starts now.
Teacher, in a hexagon, every angle is 108?
Hexagon?
Yes.
No.
120.
Yes.
Hey, thank you. Is it 12-sided?
I
Teacher?
don't know. Let's see, Arad. Let's wait for others 1 more minute, okay? Narmin Javid, no answer. Hussein? Javid, did you go to
No,
school?
I have no
No.
Are you tired, Javid?
No.
Did you solve this question?
No.
Are you going to solve it?
Yes.
Javid, when is your birthday?
25th of October.
October. Oh, okay. We have to wait for a long time for your birthday. Is anybody birthday in February or March here?
Mine is Tuesday.
Mine is tomorrow.
Really? Tomorrow
Yeah.
is 6.
6th of March.
Oh, I see. Arad, your one is March 9.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
When is Tuesday? March 9?
Yes.
I have another student in grade 6. Also, her birthday is Tuesday. Okay. Narmin, how are you going to celebrate your birthday?
With my friends in restaurant.
So are you allowed to go to restaurant now?
Not really, but like it's closed. It's a room and you can invite only 8 people.
Okay, good. Nice. So my birthday was last week. We're so close.
Happy late birthday.
Huh?
Happy late birthday.
Yeah, thank you. My birthday is on 28th February, the last day of February. Okay. So here, this hexagon, right? It's a regular hexagon. One angle is 120 degrees. How do you know that? Just using this formula, right? Alpha equals n minus 2 times 180 degrees over n. That gives us one angle of a polygon if it is regular, right? Because in the question it says regular polygon. Otherwise, it's not possible to solve it. They need to give more information. Anyway, the second one is a square. That means that this angle is 90. And actually, that is a round angle, right? So here, round angle is 360. 360 minus 90, 270, 270 minus 150. So this should be 150 degrees. What is it? One interior angle of this hexagon. I'm not hexagon, polygon. So now using that formula, one angle is 150. We need to find the number of sides of this polygon. That is 180 times n minus 2 over n, right? Now from here, they cancel each other. What is n? N is equal to, let me just write here, n minus 2 over n is equal to 15 over 18. Or by 3, 5 by 3, it is 6. If you cross multiply, 6n minus 12 is equal to 5n, or n is equal to 12. So the answer is 12. Now, I mean, why you couldn't solve this question? Is it hard, or time is too short for you, or you have no idea how to solve this question? What do you think? What is the reason? Or is it because tomorrow is your birthday? That's why now you just concentrate on your birthday?
No, I don't know.
Okay, maybe you're tired. Javid, read the question.
A palindromic number is a whole number that reads the same forward and backward. For example, 1221 is a palindromic number. How many six-digit palindromic numbers are there?
Okay. So now I think you should be very familiar with this question. If you remember, we actually did similar but easier questions, but here we are talking about 6-digit, right? So how we are going to generate palindromic numbers? I mean, 6-digit palindromic numbers. The question is how many? So now again, we are just using digits, right? Because we have 10 digits to make a number, right? So we call them digits: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. So these are the digits and we use them to make numbers. It's like we use letters to make words, right? We use numbers, digits to make numbers. So the first one, since it's talking about, we are talking about 6-digit number, the first digit cannot be 0. Otherwise, this will not be a 6-digit number. So except for 0, anything can be put here. That's why here we have 9 choices for the first digit. And the second one, we have 10 choices. I can write anything. And the third one, I can write anything here, right? Also 10. And how about here? Since it says that it reads the same forward and backward, right? These two numbers, it must be the same. Whatever I write here, also I should write the same thing here. I have only one choice here now. And whatever I write here, it must be the same with this. Also, I have only one choice here. And how about here, the first one and the last one, it must be the same. So also I have only one choice. It's very simple counting principle. That's what we call in math. So the total number of palindromic 6-digit numbers is 6, 10. What is it? 900. Okay, Mr. Arat.
Yeah, but
Can I call you Mr. or should I call you Professor Arat? How should I call you?
none of them.
Huh?
None of them, because I become a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, because some people, without title, if you call them, they get angry. Once I called one guy at university, hi, Mr. something, and he told me, I'm not Mr. You should call me doctor. I'm a doctor. I said, okay, no problem. I'll call you
Actually, in
professor.
Iran, if to the doctor you say engineer, they will kill you.
Why?
Like in the movie, not kill you, but in the movies, they're all the time making joke about that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's okay, but to be scientist, to be a doctor is not something easy, right? Anyway, title, how much important, I don't know, but really, to reach that level, it's a huge thing. Anyway, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. Did I meet anything? No. Now, can you read this question for us?
Yes, a farmer buys 36 meter of fence to build an enclosure to keep his livestock. He decided to erect a four-sided enclosure in such a way that it has a larger possible area. Find the area of the enclosure.
Okay. What is it? It's simple. Is it like quadratic equation or
10.
something? So what is it? So simply, we have a rope, let's say, which is 36 meters, right? And we are going to make a rectangle, right? So find the area of the enclosure. That says that's okay. Enclosure to keep his livestock. He
Can you
decides to
answer
erect a
in none of the above?
four-sided enclosure. Four-sided enclosure means that's a rectangular shape, right? Rectangular figure. Did you say something, Armin?
You know, just me. I said, can it be none of the above?
I don't know. Let's see. So now we are talking about this kind of rectangle, right? And suppose that this side is A, right? And this side is B. Okay. So what is it? That means the perimeter is given here. What is perimeter? 2 times A plus B, right? That's equal to 36.
Teacher,
Yes.
actually, if A and B be equal, they would be the most. So 4A is equal to 36, A equals 9, 9 times 9, 81.
Okay. So I know actually it is 9, but here I'm just going to show you why is this so, okay? If you know it's good, it is 81. So why did it say none of the above at first?
No, first, I did mistake. I took it as 6. I don't know why. Then I squared it, I got 36 suddenly.
Okay. So that's the first part. Now from here, what is B? B is 18 minus B. How they are related to each other. Now we are talking about the area, right? Area is equal to A times B. And A times, what is B? It is 18 minus B. Or which is equal to, I can write it as 18 minus A. Right? So I can just write it as, what is it? Minus A squared plus 18A. Right? So again, usually it's a quadratic equation, right? Actually, to find its minimum or maximum value, right? The function, let's say a is a function of a. So we need to just write this in this form, right? Either here we have minus k, actually plus minus doesn't matter here, x plus h, and plus, let's say, uh, hk. Let me just write here g, doesn't matter. So now from here, I can just do like this, minus 9 squared, it is 81, plus 81. I just added. Why? Because in this part, right, it's just a perfect square. If you just take minus out, here we have a squared minus 18a plus 81 and plus 81. And what is this? It's just a perfect square minus a minus 9 squared plus 81. So this one is, if it is not equal to 0, it will be less than 81. We are looking for the biggest, right? Maximum possible value of a. So when it's actually, as soon as attains its maximum value, if a minus 9 squared, a minus 9 squared is 0. When is it? When does this happen? If a is equal to 9. And usually, of course, it is a four-sided figure. The square gives us maximum value. You can just do this, but if it is different at the time, you need to just use this equation. I mean, equation means it's a quadratic function. Quadratic function, it has either minimum or maximum value, right? And we have to just complete this to the perfect square and separate the constant number, and that's it. So the answer is 81. Okay. Eldar, can you read the question? He disappeared. Hussein,
Is the answer 7?
what is the question? A number gives a remainder of 5 when divided by 10. Another number gives a remainder of 4 when divided by 10. The sum of these two numbers is multiplied by 3 to give the third number. What is the remainder when the third number is divided by 10?
7.
Okay, a number gives a remainder of 5 when divided by 10. So that means that let's say that number is, it is a, okay, and remainder of 5 when divided by 10. When we divide by 10, let's say here we have x, the quotient, a remainder is 5. Another number gives a remainder of 4 when divided by 10. So another number, let's say this b, when you divide it by 10, it is 10. The quotient is some number, I don't know. The remainder is 4. Okay. So the question is, what is the remainder of the sum of these two numbers is multiplied by 3? What? Okay, the sum of these two numbers
They're
is
actually
multiplied by 3 to give the third number. Okay, our third number is C is equal to 3 times A plus B. What is the remainder when the third number is divided by 10? So now from here, right, I should just write it as 10 times something plus something. That something gives us, what is it? The remainder. So 3 times, what is A? 10x plus 5, and B, 10y plus 4, which is equal to, and 10x, right here we have 10y. That's anyway, let me just write here as, okay, here we have 3 times, okay, 10, take this out. Here we have x plus y.
teacher, we can do it
Plus
easier as well.
5 times 4, it is 9, it is 27. Arad, you can use easy way, but this is the general method. If they could change this question a little bit, okay, by just, what is it, guess and trial method, you cannot solve this. What is the easier way? Tell me.
The last digit is 5 and 4 because when you divide by 10, if there is no remainder, it has to be 0.
Okay.
We add them, the last digit becomes 9. Then
Okay.
instead times it by 3, it becomes 27. 27, the last digit is 7.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Good. But Arad, you'll see that maybe, as I told you a bit later, we will actually have another class about remainder theorem. All right. Some other questions, okay, if they're a little bit complicated. So without using this method, you cannot solve this. Anyway, let's say your method is much faster. For these questions, I think your method is much better because these are just easy questions and you need to answer this question maybe in a minute, right? So you should not spend more maybe than 2 minutes. Okay, the sum of these two numbers is multiplied by 3 to give the third number. What is the remainder when the third number is divided by 10? The answer is 7. Javid, are you here?
Yes.
Javid, can you read the question and solve it for us? First, read it.
A big cube of the big cube are small.
Is the answer 24?
I don't know. Is the answer 24, Arat?
Yes. Teacher, why today's questions are so easy?
Usually in Sasmo, the first 15 questions are easy.
This much?
Okay, now I will ask you one difficult question after this, after question
No,
10.
teacher, we are today tired. We had 3 tests.
Why you always have tests? Is it a mini test or what? Is it a big test?
Because no, we are going on site and everybody are using Google for the test. So when we go on site, we are not online. They give tests.
I see. Okay, a big cube is made up of 64 small cubes. All the faces of the big cube are then painted. How many of the small cubes have exactly one painted face, right? So that is 64. That means that here, that is what we have. How many? Here we have 4, right? That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And also here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It says how many of the small cubes have exactly one face painted. If we just draw here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have 4, right? Just one face. How many actually faces in one face? Only one face painted. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And the cube has 6 faces, right? So if you just multiply this 4 by 6, that is 24. That means that 24 small cubes have only one painted face. Is the answer 24 or you said 12, Marat?
I said 24.
Okay. Okay, Narmin, is it okay? Let me ask you one question. I was not sure last time we couldn't solve the kids, and let's say how do you solve this? Later, I got the answer, and it's a logic question. We will continue this a little bit later. Okay, it's a break for you. Um, okay, that's a question. It's a bit tricky question. Arad, read the question for us, and after that, let's see. I'll give you some time to understand to solve this, and after that, we will discuss the solution.
Jane is at road junction with 4 possible routes to her friend's house. But she did not know which road to take. So she asked some passerby for direction.
Passerby.
First passerby, your friend's house is not on road 1. I did not want to live near your friend, so I moved from road 2 to road 4. I have taken road 2 to the beach before, but I have not passed by any house. Your friend stays at road 3. If only one of the passengers is telling the truth, on which road does Jane's friend live? I think it is the road 3.
Why?
Because the second one is explaining the third one. He said, I moved from road 2 to road 4. It means that person was in road, your friend was in road 2. The third one said the same thing. And not the third one. Which was it? Oh, let's see. No.
How about others? Narmin, Javed, Eldar, did you understand the question? Hussein, are you here? Narmin, Javed, Eldar, Hussein. Okay, everybody's here. Narmin, did you get the question?
Yes.
Javed, how about you?
I see.
Narmin, what do you think? What is your answer? Arad is saying, Arad, what's your answer? It is 3?
Road 2. I changed it to 2.
Road 2. Arad says road 2. I mean, okay, you can answer any question. Okay, you wrote 2, road 1, road 3, road 4. Actually, my question is, what method actually you need to use here to solve this kind of question? This is a
Notice I
logic
changed it.
question. Huh?
I change it maybe.
You change what?
And nothing.
Okay. Guys, if you understand the question, the important thing is first understand the problem, okay? And after that, we need to start solving this question. I will just copy because I need more space. Just duplicate. All right, just a minute. Okay. So,
Teacher, is it road 4? My final answer is 4.
okay. Narmi, do
I
you
will
have
not
any
change.
answer? Just guess. If you have no answer, just guess.
No, I found a way.
Narmin, tell me one answer.
15.
Huh?
15.
What?
No,
I
which
don't
road
know.
is it? Yeah, we are talking about this question 16. Is it question 16 on the
Oh.
screen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Guys,
You
look,
say what?
let me just show you how to do that. And after that, if you have any objections, we will discuss this, okay? So now, I think the question is clear. We are asking 4 people, right? Let me just write here the first guy, person, what is it? Person 1, and here we have person 2, and person 3, and person 4. And after that, we'll just draw our conclusion, okay? So we have 4 possibilities, right? Now, actually, the first person says that. Also, we have 4 possibilities. Roads
Teacher,
number.
but actually I have a way to say that the first one is saying the truth.
Okay, we will see. All right. So now it says that the first passerby says that your friend's house is not on road 1. Okay, not on road 1 means it's let's say this one is road 1, road 2, road 3, and road 4. What does it mean? It means that he's saying that it's not road 1. It says maybe it is here or here or here, right? That means that if it is not on road 1, if it is on road 2 or road 3 or road 4, that means that the first guy is telling the truth. And that's why telling the truth, it is tick Otherwise, it is cross. The second passerby says that I did not want to live near your friend, so I moved from road 2 to road 4. What does it imply? What is he implying here? He's implying that his friend was living in road 2. That's why I moved to road 4, right? So that means that he's saying that he's living in road 2 here, right? It is not here and here and here. That's what he's implying here. The third one says that I have taken road 2 to the beach before, but I have not passed by any house. And what does it imply here? He's implying that your friend is not in road 2, right? So that means that he's saying that your friend is not in road 2. Maybe it is here or here or here. That means that if his friend's house is not on road 2, that means that this person's tree is not lying here. He's telling the truth. If it is on road 2, that means he is lying. The last one says that fourth passerby, your friend stays on road 3. So that means that it is here true, and other places it is false, right? He's saying that he lives here. Now, if you just look at the result here, right? Here, which one actually says if only one of the passerby is telling the truth, only one. That means that in each case, only one person is telling the truth. That means that the rest of the passerbys are lying, telling a lie. On which road does Jane's friend live? Actually, which column actually contains only one truth teller? Which column? It is this one, right? As you see in the second column, we have two liar, two actually, what is it? Truth teller. In the third one, 3 people are telling the truth and 1 is lying here. In the last column, 2 people are telling the truth, 2 are lying. Only in the first column, right? In this case, if person 3 is telling the truth, that means that 3 of them are lying here. So the only here the result is the first one. That means that that guy is living in road 1.
I think my answer was road 1. Because I said all of them except road 1.
Yeah, I mean, Ara, did you get the idea how to solve these kind of questions?
Yes, but I was going in another way. I thought that the first one is telling the is telling the truth. So then I eliminated the others. I got to road 4.
Yeah, you said row 2 and row 3 after you change your answer to row 4, but here for sure 100% actually here the answer is row 1. Okay, Narmin, did you understand something?
Yes.
Hussein, are you here? I think Hussein has internet connection problem today. That's what I was going to share with you. Yeah, let's get back to our class. 2 more questions and okay.
Okay.
We have 5 more, 6, 7 more minutes. If both n and the 108 over n cubed are positive integers, how many possible values of n are there?
Infinity?
Because it says that infinity
infinity.
again. Now you correctly answer quickly.
Ah, sorry. I forgot to look at integer.
Okay. So this
Mm.
actually to be integer, right? This n cubed, it must be a factor of 108. So what are the factors of 108? The factors of 108 are 1, 2, 3. It is 4. What else? Simply, actually, I can just write it like this, right? This 108 over n cubed equals, what is 108? What number is cubed? It is 4, right? So I can just write it as 4 times 27 over n cubed, which is equal to 4 times 3 over n cubed, right? So when the whole thing is a whole number, if 3 over n cubed is a whole number, right? So that means that n should be equal to 1 or 3. So we have how many? Only 2. Okay, Miss Arat?
Okay.
Good. I mean, in this way, actually, as you see here, 4 times we have another expression. When this expression is whole number, if 3 over n is a whole number, that means the n must be factors of 3. 3 has only 2 factors, 1 and 3. Otherwise, it will not be a whole number. Hussein, are you here?
Yes, yes.
Can you read the question?
The product of two number is 100,000. Neither of the two numbers has 10 as a factor. Find the difference of these two numbers.
Okay. Do you remember, did we do a similar question, Hussein?
Yes.
If you remember at the time, I don't know, with you or other group, I don't know. Instead of 100,000, how about if it is 10,000, right?
Teacher,
If you
is the
remember, this
answer.
10,000 is 2 to the power of 4 times 5 to the power of 4. So the only way to write this as a product of two numbers where each factor is not a multiple of 10, that is, what is it here? 16 times 625. 16 is not a factor of 10. 625 is not a factor of 10. So also in similar way, here we have 100,000, right? 100,000. And if you just divide this by, for example, let's say I can divide by 4, that is 25,000. I can divide it by 8, it is 1,000, is 25, it is 625, is it? No. If you divide 1,000 by 8, what is it? 125, right? And what is 125 times, okay, I can just write it as 25 times 125 if you do it by 5. Now that's it, I think. This one is this 100,000. I can write it as 4 times 8. That's equal to 2 to the power of 5 or 6. 32, right? Is 5. Times 25 times 125. That's equal to 5 to the power of 5. If you just take any different combination, right, to get this number as the product of these two numbers, it will be a multiple of 10. So for each factor to be not a multiple of 10, the first factor should be this, the second factor should be this. That means that the first number is 32. The second number is, what is it? Is this 3025? Yeah, I think so. So let's just make sure that 25 times 125, that's equal to 3,125. And their difference, 3125 minus 32. What is the answer? The difference is
3,000.
A minus B equals 3125 minus 32 is equal to 3,000. What is it? 93?
Yes.
93. So the answer is 3,093. Okay, guys, let's just do this. The last question. That'll be even number of questions, and the rest we will practice the next time. All right, read the question and let's do it together and finish this class.
The height of the man is 169, correct to the nearest centimeter. What is the upper bound of the man's body?
So that is
It is
height of the
A.
man. It is 196, right? Centimeters, correct to the nearest centimeter. Okay.
So it is C.
What is the upper bound, right, of the man's height? What can be the last or the maximum one? What is it?
C.
C, right? Because upper bound means the maximum number smaller than 169. Not smaller than, when you just round off, right? That is C. Because if you round off this correct to the nearest centimeter, it is, what is it? 169. And also this one is 169. Also this one 169. It's not the upper bound, right? It is actually, it's not upper bound. Upper bound means, what is it? Here we have 169, right? And let's say this one is A, this one is B. If you just move a little bit to the right, it will not be upper bound. This one is upper bound, this one is lower bound. So 169.49. Arat, Javed, Hussein, Eldar, thank you very much for your time, patience, attention, and everything. And again, I just keep saying that when you have time, you need to at least solve these questions once again. Okay, you have idea. When you solve this one more time yourself, you'll not forget this, and you are shaping your thinking skill, improving your problem solving skill, and you will see that it will be very, very useful, even when you go to a college or university. Guys, have a nice weekend. I will meet you next week. What is it? Tuesday. Okay. See you. Bye bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.
Bye.